40-something years, I've been involved in football every single season without interruption, and so it's in my fabric. I mean, it's a way of life.
After 21 years as head coach and even longer as an assistant, Kyle Whittingham steps down at the University of Utah.
Program, like I said, is in a good spot. Got good coaches. Coach Scally will come in and do a great job. Got good players, so now is the time.
He led the Utes to 177 victories and 3 conference championships.
I'm really happy that he gets to step down on a high. This season was tremendous.
It's the end of an era, and we're looking back at the Kyle Whittingham legacy.
All I want to know is where's the statue going to go so I can go see it someday.
I'm Dave Fox up here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. For 21 years, Coach Kyle Whittingham was the head coach in this building, and he had games, phenomenal games against many great teams. Florida, USC, Michigan, Oregon, the list goes on and on. Absolutely phenomenal. And it all started really back in 2004 when he was being courted by the University of Utah and BYU. Coach Whitt liked to say he was 5 minutes away from a nervous breakdown. That's when he became a Utah man.
It was a difficult decision, that's no secret. It took some time. I'm sorry about how it turned out as far as turning this thing into a dog and pony show. That was not my intention at all. My apologies, it was a struggle. It was never about money. I know there's some people, you may not believe it. I haven't spent $100 on myself this year total. That's not what I'm all about. So you got to believe me when I tell you that. I'm excited about this job. Like I said, it's a great job. It's a great university. It's the best job in this conference, in my opinion, one of the best in the country.
That was Kyle Whittingham on December 8th of 2004, when he officially took the job as head football coach at the University of Utah. He also had a competing offer from his alma mater, BYU.
All issues, every issue, A to Z. I probably overanalyzed them. I talked to everybody and their dog. I mean, Andy Reid, Coach Edwards, everyone on both sides of the fences trying to gather input. And like I said, I probably made more out of it than I should have, but it was important to me to make the right decision.
His starting salary, $675,000 per year. For the 2025 season, Whittingham made about 10 times that, $6.925 million, not including bonuses.
At BYU, he wouldn't be expected to win right off. Here, he has to win right off, and here, because he took the job, he feels he can win right off.
And when he did. Fast forward 9 months, and Kyle Whittingham wins his first game as head coach against the Arizona Wildcats. The Utes jumped out to a 27-10 lead and survived a comeback attempt to win it 27-24.
Got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of areas to clean up, but for an opener, I thought it was fairly clean.
Coach Whittingham finishes his first season at the helm with a 7-5 record, including wins over BYU and Provo and against Georgia Tech in the Emerald Bowl. And another winning season in 2006, a bold guarantee in 2007 sparked tensions. Wyoming head coach Joe Glenn predicts victory over Utah. Coach Whitt and the Utes use it as motivation. Utah crushes Wyoming and even attempted an onside kick in the second half with a 43-point lead.
Well, onside kick, typically don't do things like that, but Coach Glenn had made a guarantee, and so he must have known something that I didn't.
I got pretty emotional last Monday at a luncheon with some students. Got my big Irish mouth going, and probably like to have it all back in here now, but you go find the crow, I'll eat it.
The win helped set the stage for 2008, Coach Whittingham's only undefeated season. Behind quarterback Brian Johnson, running back Matt Asiata, and wide receiver Brent Castile, the Utes run the table. They defeat Michigan at the Big House, BYU at home, and complete comebacks against Oregon State and TCU, setting the stage for a big showdown in New Orleans against Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide in the Sugar Bowl. Utah jumps out to an early 21-point lead and defeats Alabama 31-17.
Nobody gave us a chance. We stuck together. Only thing that mattered was the guys in the white jerseys today.
The Utes finished the 2008 season as the number 2 team in the country. Kyle Whittingham named Coach of the Year in the Mountain West Conference and the American Football Coaches Association. Whittingham also wins the Bear Bryant Coach of the Year award. Salt Lake celebrates with a huge parade downtown. Thousands of people lining the streets, players and coaches, high-five fans and sign autographs.
Very fitting tribute to these guys, yeah, no doubt about that.
After the parade, the fans and players celebrate with a rally in front of City Hall. The next 2 years, Coach Witt leads the Utes to a pair of 10-win seasons. The Pac-12 Conference takes notice, and in June of 2010, they announce plans to expand. Utah accepts an invitation as the 12th school.
I am thrilled, Commissioner Scott, they have an opportunity to sign this on behalf of the University of Utah.
We've gone head-to-head several times with the Pac-10 on a lot of different players and come out on top our share of the time, but we feel this will only enhance that and let us win a lot more of those battles than we have in the past.
Utah officially joins the conference in July of 2011, celebrating in front of the state capitol with players and fans. Coach Whittingham leaves the Mountain West after 6 seasons with a record of 58-20, including 1 outright championship.
I want to congratulate the leadership of the university as well as the athletics department under the excellent leadership of Dr. Hill.
After initial success going 8-5 in his inaugural Pac-12 season, the next 2 years, the Utes struggled. Whittingham has back-to-back losing seasons for the first time, but a brand new football facility helps Coach Witt get things back on track.
It's something that has really rejuvenated everybody in the program. You know, we're 16 months in a trailer, temporary trailer situation, and just counting the days down till we were able to move into this building.
It would take 4 more years for Utah to qualify for their first ever Pac-12 championship game in Santa Clara against the Washington Huskies. Despite only giving up 10 points, the Utes could only manage a field goal and end up losing this one. In 2019, Coach Whittingham beats BYU for the 9th straight time. It's also the last win against the Cougars of Whittingham's career.
Nothing lasts forever, but we're just approaching it like we do every year and pretty much every game. Just the preparation will be the key. It's not the emotional part of it or how many wins in a row or any of that stuff. It's just that you got to prepare the right way, and that's your best chance to win a game.
The Utes also qualified for the championship game in 2019, but come up short, falling to the Oregon Ducks 37-15. But the Pac-12 names Whittingham the Coach of the Year. And in 2021, Coach Witt and the Utes finally get over the hump. Tens of thousands of Utah fans celebrate in Las Vegas after the Utes win their first ever Pac-12 championship over the Oregon Ducks 38-10. The win sends the team to their first of 2 Rose Bowls.
We just came out here and dominated and sent the Ducks quacking, baby!
The history-making football team at Utah. We've never won the Pac-12, and so proud of them for that. And in the convincing fashion that they did it. If you would have told me that after 3 games that we're going to be here right now, I would have said you're crazy. But these guys just buckled down, and what did we go, 9-1, I guess, the rest of the way after those first 3. And so couldn't be more proud.
After celebrating the title, the Pac-12 names Whittingham their Coach of the Year again. The team heads to Southern California and takes part in a parade at Disneyland ahead of the Rose Bowl against Ohio State. On New Year's Day, the Utes jump out to an early lead. In the second half, both teams trade touchdowns. Ultimately, Utah falls in a close game to the Buckeyes, 48-45.
Proud of our guys. They got absolutely nothing to hang their head about. They fought entire 60 minutes, came up short, but still made Utah football history this year, Pac-12 champions, which had never been done in our program.
Despite the loss, state lawmakers honor Coach Witt and the Utes for the historic season and first Pac-12 title.
Well, it was great to get that monkey off our back. It was the 3rd time we've been to the championship game, and to finally be able to get over that hump and win it this year was really a great accomplishment for our team. To be able to play in the Rose Bowl and participate in all the events leading up to the game was a great experience for our guys.
In 2022, Utah runs it back. Another Pac-12 title, this time defeating the USC Trojans. Fans celebrate in Las Vegas again. They also qualify for their 2nd straight Rose Bowl, but fall to Penn State 35-21. After 13 seasons, the Pac-12 breaks up, and Coach Whittingham leads his program into his 3rd conference, the Big 12. After 2 years, 1 winning and 1 losing, Coach Whittingham bids farewell to Rice Eccles Stadium following an epic 51-47 comeback win over Kansas State. After his final home game, Coach was emotional when he thanked his seniors.
Just so happy for our seniors to be able to go out with a win, their last opportunity in Rice Eccles. Excuse me, when I think about our seniors, I get emotional, so I apologize. But it's just so awesome for them to be able to have that experience.
During his 21-year career as helm of the Utes, Kyle Whittingham finished with a record of 177-88. He coached 37 All-Americans, 16 individual award winners, and 5 first-round NFL draft picks. 68 of his players were drafted into the NFL, and more than 120 others signed NFL contracts.
I'm at peace, and I did not want to be that guy that overstayed his welcome, and people just saying, hey, when's this guy going to leave? That was not my intention ever, and I hope I didn't do that. I'm sure with some people I did do that, but to me, the timing is right. It was a good run.
Coach Whittingham has always built his program on the principle of family and togetherness. And of course, that was really tested and transformed when 2 players died from gunfire. Natalie Wattis tells us how that transformed Whittingham and his Ute program.
Coach Whittingham's time at Utah is defined by more than just X's and O's or wins and losses. He's also a father figure to his players.
I think that football is a microcosm of life, and the lessons these young men learn in the football arena, discipline, accountability, work ethic, all those things that involve being a good football program, without a doubt carry into their lives once they leave football.
Their bond was tested during a 9-month span starting in December of 2020. Freshman running back Ty Jordan, who wore number 22, died while on holiday break in his hometown near Dallas. Police called it an accidental self-inflicted gunshot wound. The loss hit the whole football team hard. They attended the funeral and Coach Whittingham spoke.
Yeah, it was very obvious how much Ty was loved and what an impact he had made on the community here. And he was well on his way to making that same impact at the University of Utah.
Ty came to the University of Utah with his friend Aaron Lowe. When the 2021 football season started, Lowe switched his number to 22 in honor of his friend. Just a few games into the season, Lowe was shot and killed at a party in Sugar House. For the second time in 9 months, the team and Coach Whittingham flew back to Texas for another funeral.
I loved Aaron Lowe, just like everybody who came in contact with him did. He was a special person, had a great heart, great smile, his personality.
After Lowe's death, the Utah football team rallied behind their fallen brothers, using their deaths as motivation to do 22% better, both on and off the field.
Just want to let Aaron's family know how much they're in our thoughts and prayers, and we miss him.
In part to the extra motivation, the Utes won their first Pac-12 championship and also qualified for their first Rose Bowl. Now, Ty and Aaron are remembered at each home game with the moment of loudness. Fans shine lights on their cell phones, smile and yell, quote, with their voices ringing from the mountains to the heavens. For Coach Whittingham and the players, it's a time to reflect and remember. In the years since, the university has set up the 22 Forever Memorial Scholarship and retired the number 22 forever, honoring both Ty and Aaron. The families of both players attended the special ceremony. In 2022, Utah football players wore special hand-painted helmets with the faces of Ty Jordan on one side and Aaron Lowe on the other. Wearing those helmets, the Utes scored a touchdown with less than a minute left and beat USC 43-42.
Want to make sure we acknowledge that and always remember Aaron and Ty.
For Whittingham, separating football and family is really a constant challenge. We caught up with Kyle and his wife Jamie to talk about the challenges of running a family and coaching a team. Annika Johns tells us more about the constant challenges of being a football family.
I think I can speak for just about every coach that we put more pressure on ourselves than anything externally ever could. We're driven, we're competitive. That's why we're in the profession we're in. And so even though, you certainly want to put a good product out there for your fans, and our fans have been great here. We have great fans at Utah, very supportive. We've sold that stadium out for 3 or 4 or 5 years in a row, and so that's obviously a big part of it. But like I said, the internal pressure that coaches put on themselves is far greater than anything else from the outside.
Kyle and Jamie Whittingham met as high school sweethearts. They married in 1983. Together, they have 4 children and 10 grandchildren. Every year, Jamie helps Kyle manage the toll of a college football season alongside family life.
As you're going through the game, if it ends up a loss, I am thinking, oh my gosh, this week is going to be really hard, and thinking what I can do to help him. And because he's good because he helps the players, keep focused and keep positive and stuff. And so, he doesn't need a lot, but I guess just the psychologist part of me, tries to help him.
Coach says he does his best to make sure he's not grumpy after a loss.
My wife says I am, but I don't feel like I am, but she says it definitely is noticeable. But I try my best to leave football at the office, and when I get home, be able to separate that. And I think that, my own personal point of view is I think I do a pretty good job of that. But when things aren't going well, it can't help but have an impact in other areas.
Between coaching, recruiting, and traveling, Jamie says the life of a coach's wife can be lonely. It's taught her she can do challenging things.
The highest of highs and the lowest of lows. I think as a coach's wife, you really have to learn to do stuff by yourself. You are alone a lot. I take care of the yard, take care of the house, take care of, any little thing that happens. And one of the kids would get in a car wreck or something, and it's like,
it's you.
I call the insurance to get it fixed. He never knows it happened. You just take care of things.
I got a great family and a great wife, and there's there's 2 kinds of coaches' wives, great ones and exes, and that's about it. There is no in between, because it requires such a sacrifice from your wife and from your family that they got to be special people, and I'm fortunate to have those people around me.
They help each other and their family cope with such a demanding job.
This is a great time for us, so we're going to celebrate.
It's so easy to forget that, one year you win, and then the next year you don't have enough wins, and it's all about the wins. And I see the good that he does, and not everybody knows that, and really his job is football, and so that's what they care about. But it's all about family and who he is inside, and your relationships with other people.
Both consider Utah home.
It's great to be in a situation where there people being excited and cordial, to see you, and it's better than having them shoot spit wads at you or something, So I guess right now it's something that is part of the deal. It comes with the territory. But, like I said, our fans and the community here have been great and treated us very well in this program.
Growing up here, it's everything. I don't think we can go anywhere without someone saying hello to Kyle. And, he's always so nice. And just the community is great. And we love skiing, we love boating. We love Utah. So it's our home.
Just a couple of weeks after stepping down as head coach of the Utes, Kyle announced he was not done. He ends up signing a 5-year contract to coach Michigan. Well, I had a chance to catch up with Kyle's brother, Kerry Whittingham, and he talked about what it's going to look like having Kyle coaching the Maize and Blue.
It won't be odd. It'll just be okay. That's my brother, and we'll cheer him on. Michigan's had a great tradition of being who they are, being a tough team, very physical, very good defensive team. They like to beat teams into submission, and I would think you would agree as well. That sounds like Kyle, doesn't it?
Yep.
And so I know Kyle's character going into anywhere is very capable and trustworthy. You get Kyle going in somewhere, you know what you're going to get.
During his coaching career here at Utah, Kyle took on some of the biggest names in college football: USC, Notre Dame, Penn State, Florida. It goes on and on. Now, while he didn't always win those games, he certainly earned the respect of rivals and peers. Take a listen.
We became as close as I've ever been with a coach. He's that good. He's arguably the best coach I've ever been around. Kyle Whittingham deserves it, and the recognition's all deserved. He's one of the best I've ever been around.
You know how much I love Kyle Whittingham and his family, and wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. And so, you know, he's always been a friend, and that's always going to be there. There's people like myself and a lot of guys on our coaching staff that would not be where we're at if it weren't for him. And he's done some amazing things for football in this state.
I think one of the most underappreciated coaches in the country is Coach Whittingham. Just what he's done throughout his career and with that program where he's gotten them. I mean, he should be talked about more on a national stage, and he would be, but he probably doesn't want to be. He likes what he's got, and he's a phenomenal football coach and does a great job.
Fantastic coach. There ain't no doubt about it. One of the best college coaches in football.
Such a consistent person, and I think his teams are a direct reflection of him. They're tough, they're hard-nosed, they're physical. They don't cut corners. You know, they make you earn everything you get when you play against him, and they don't hurt themselves.
He's a really smart guy. He's very, you can tell he's very detail-oriented, very passionate about what he does, and you can tell they've been very intentional about building it from the ground up. And able to talk to him before games. Tremendous person, and obviously one of the best coaches in the country.
He has an approach. He knows exactly who he is, understands what he wants to accomplish with this program, and it shows up.
Congratulations, Kyle. Love you, brother. To you and your family, well-deserved. And I'll see you in the College Football Hall of Fame real soon, brother.
Well, of course, Coach Scally began his career as the head coach of the Utes in the Vegas Bowl, but his first full season will begin in this building on September 3rd when the Utes take on Idaho. As for Kyle Whittingham, his first full season as the Michigan head coach begins September 5th when they take on Western Michigan. Thanks for joining us for this legacy look at former Utah coach Kyle Whittingham.